What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. This is going to be the first video of building a set of doors for my 2021 Polaris Ranger. We're just getting this channel kicked off. This will be a multi-part video here. This is going to be part one. If you like what you see and you're interested, like the video, subscribe to the channel to catch the full build, and we're going to get right into it. Started on the passenger side, 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch aluminum square tubing with 80 thousandths thick sheeting on it. Pretty pleased so far with what we got. Got a half door set up, pretty basic framework, latch. Three-quarter tubing fits in the framework of the cab very well. Going to paint the outside black. Probably going to lay some carpet on the inside just for sound deadening. So that's the passenger side. And at some point we'll come back and finish the top of it off and make some type of window for the top, so in the wintertime I can bolt that piece in. Summertime, take that out and just have a half door. We'll see how it goes. Got to start the driver's side now. Anybody can do this. It's pretty basic. If you don't want to do it with aluminum, lightweight 3/4 inch square steel tubing would do the exact same thing. I just purchased a AC TIG welder, inexpensive one, but that was kind of my reason for doing it in aluminum, just to use that TIG welder some more. I am not a professional TIG welder. So starting off, first thing I'll do to get going on this driver's side is I'm going to pull a measurement from right here at this weld around that radius through this angle and measure out to about right there and cut that off. That'll be my first piece. One thing I found that's very helpful is just cut you some cardboard strips 3/4 inches long and use them for that radius. I had to do like little pie cuts. So just play with a razor knife, 3/4 inch piece of cardboard, get it right, then you just lay it right on. Get it laid out on there, make your marks, make your cuts. It's worked out pretty good so far. Let's see how this one goes. Here's the first piece installed. Three wedge cuts made that radius work out good. Just one right there, spaced 1/8 of an inch. Now we're getting ready to move on down. Basic tools. Most of the cutting I'm doing with a cut-off disc. Even use a jigsaw with a metal cutting blade on it. Works good with the aluminum. And any straight cuts, I'm just throwing in a bandsaw. And running a prime weld. It's just a inexpensive way to weld on AC with TIG, and so far it's working really well. Alright, so here's where we are currently. It's like a wind tunnel in here today. That's giving me a little bit of trouble welding. I really should close the door. This piece was tricky. It took a few minutes. The plastic right here, when you clamp to it, everything just kind of moves a little bit, so it takes a little time to get it set right. And even once you weld it, you can put it in the vise if you need to tweak just a little bit and do some slight. I actually put it in a vise and pulled a little more bend than that one, and it worked out right where I wanted it. And I just got a whole bucket full of these. Just scrap metal, 1/8 inch, just using for spacers. Keep the spacing right all the way around. I'm just taping them in place, melting the tape a little bit, but it'll be alright. So we welded up about halfway down, down to here. Working on this next bend now. Get that set right. Weld that bend up and then butt weld that joint together. All the black tape you see is my spacers taped. Just temporarily taped spacers to keep my spacing right. And one thing to note on these welds through here with the plastic, take a wet rag and lay in there underneath of this before you weld it. If not, you're going to melt this plastic making those tacks. The heat just runs through this aluminum, so you'll melt plastic before you can get it tacked and get it taken off there. A wet rag will prevent that. Alright, so here we are. The exterior framing is framed up. Now I just gotta add another piece in from about here up to here, cut this off. Then I put some bracing in there for the hinges to bolt to. Kind of like I've done on the other side there. For hinges, they're steel. Inexpensive bullet hinges, you can pick them up on the internet. Pretty cheap. Just some scrap metal, piece of flat bar, little piece of angle, just cut it off. The brackets are there for you. Worked pretty good on the other side. So we'll get that worked up, get this thing hung on hinges. And that'll be nice once we're hung on hinges. Then we'll start working on the latch.